Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler, and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week. We are going to do Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini in a bulk reading. These are spiritual messages since I haven't been able to do my typical messages this week. I actually have family coming in town, and so I'm just getting ready for their arrival and taking some time off, but you guys, I really wanted to get these messages out. I had a good response last time from the spiritual messages for my air signs. And you guys, I'm really going to try to get out everyone's sign this week. But hopefully you guys can benefit from these messages. Let me know your thoughts. This may resonate with you if you have a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini in your sun, moon, or rising, or even Venus signs. Of course, if you're a cross watcher, feel free to switch up or reverse the roles if necessary. All right, you guys. We're going to start with Libra. We're going to give each sign 25 minutes, roughly, and see what we can get from these spiritual decks that I have, okay? So let's start with this one. I believe this one is called Animal Spirit. Animal Spirit Messages or Animal Spirit Oracle. Show me what I need to see for Libra this week. Spiritual messages for Libra this week, please. I'm hearing catharticism. Cathartic. Please show me what I need to see for Libra. Ascended Masters, create open communication. Beautiful, Libra. This is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. Now, this is also number 2, so you could be opening communication with a loved one. You could be quite literally translating or transmuting energy between the two of you, creating an open channel. What I even more specifically am getting from this is that the Ascended Masters that you've been working with are actually coming to the forefront of your mind, coming to the forefront of the situation. Okay, I'm actually seeing someone sort of just arrive in your life. You could also be getting help, okay, from an Ascended Master, so to speak. This could be in the form of a teacher. It could be in the form of a guru or just simply a life coach or a family friend who has maybe some really good advice for you. They could have some tips for you. They could be a teacher of old ways. And then also, Libra, what I'm getting for a group of you is that you could actually be acting or taking on this role this week as to say, listen to me, listen to what I communicate, listen to my words, but even deeper, feel what I'm transmuting to you, feel what I'm showing you. Very interesting messages coming through with that energy. I feel a lot of telepathic energy as well. But as we see the number 2, this is duality, this is polarity, polarizing with someone potentially. Create open communication with others. Listen objectively. Okay, so that might be the harder part for you, Libra, if you're communicating with someone maybe over something that needs to be healed. Again, Ascended Masters only really step in when there's something pretty grand happening in your life. Okay, so if there is an open communication, make sure it truly is open. Remain open, create space, and listen objectively, it says. Throughout time, human beings have looked into spiritual teachers, gurus, and philosophers for guidance and wisdom in their everyday lives. Regardless of religion, background, or affiliation, people gravitate toward those who have achieved levels of ascension on the physical plane. Philosophers, ascended masters, spiritual gurus, and leaders enable those seeking wisdom or higher states of well-being and consciousness to connect to something bigger than themselves in the dimensional experience. While there are many ascended masters across the realm of ascension, they are still on different levels of ascension. These inner planes assist those seeking wisdom, connecting to specific energy such as the light rays. When working with these frequencies or energies, be sure to always invoke or request the aspects that exist within 100% pure light frequencies. That's a big one, you guys. Ascended masters still exist with a dual polarity and still have specific purposes and functions relating to the earthly realm. Right now, you are required to connect to a higher wisdom previously shared with a collective purpose. Daily rituals and routine are essential to establish stability through decision-making processes. Open your mind and visions to signs and symbols from the Ascended Master's realm. Many masters are associated with animals and symbols. Pay attention to art and imagery that you may feel emotionally or strongly connected to now, as you are being divinely guided. Be consciously aware that the masters are working behind the scenes in your life to achieve a greater outcome. Karmic planning and your unique energetic blueprint require certain learning experiences and events for you to grow and expand your soul and spirit into a new state of awareness. So the crystal that's associated with this card, you guys, is Hiddenite, Hiddenite. It's associated with Archangel Metatron, okay, the channeler of higher wisdom. And the affirmation associated with this card is, I am a clear channel of divine knowledge. I share this wisdom with compassion and confidence. I do feel like some of you are very deeply assuming a teacher role in your life, teaching others ways of old, okay? Opening for channeling. You could also be journaling quite a bit, putting your thoughts into focus, keeping a dream journal. I'm hearing also that some of you could be remembering, okay, remembering things, going back in your past, trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, deciphering, okay, the code in a sense of what is channeled, what is personal, what are others, what is mine. That takes a long time to understand in a lot of ways. Show me what I need to see for Libra this week. Whoa, okay. Libra, we lead out with the 9 of Cups in reverse with the 5 of Swords. Talk about karma balancing in your life because things have been unfair. The Chariot, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. This energy screams, I am coming out. I'm coming out. Let the truth be told. This has been a really difficult process. No one I know could have handled something like this. Nor have they integrated it as well as you have, Libra. We have the Chariot, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Hermit, being that of Cancer, Taurus, and Virgo. On the leading edge, I'm hearing, okay, on the leading edge, which very much solidifies this Ascended Master's energy of being a leader, okay, a leader, but also, in essence, of your emotions, okay, of what you've learned, the knowledge or wisdom that you've acquired from your past. Remember, the Chariot moves forward. The Chariot is a number 7, okay, I've been having a lot of dreams with 7s in it for whatever reason. And 7s typically are divine. 7s typically are movement forward, accelerated motion, but also emotional. Okay, this is somewhere where you finally understand, have a gravitas of a subject, a depth of awareness, and it just makes it almost impossible to go back. You know, the Chariot cannot move backwards, it can only go forward. Okay, so you've come to some awareness. You come to some awareness, and there's some objective, there is some goal, destination that you are just full steam ahead about. We see that because the 4 of Coins is in reverse. That means you're letting go of things that aren't valuable. You're letting go of things that don't serve you. You're dropping the baggage. You're getting rid of the clutter. You're literally shooing out the flies of your life. The Hermit says, look, I've been through a dark night of the soul. I've been struggling. This has been really hard that no one could quite understand, even if they tried potentially. So with the Hermit, this is in reverse, okay? And it's exactly what the Chariot is moving away from. Okay, do you get my drift? It's moving away from the darkness. It's looking back at it, and again, there's that remembrance energy, putting the pieces together. What actually happened then? What actually was going on then? It's becoming very clear. It's becoming so clear that it's undeniable, and you have no choice but to move forward in a way. And I think that this is an ascension process. I think that this is truly an ascension process as you are coming across very highly aware and very ascended yourself. So with the Hermit and the Chariot coming up, we're looking at letting go of the stagnancy as well. I feel like for whatever reason, you guys, this has taken you a long time just to get here. It feels like it's a very slow moving process. You could have felt very stuck for a long time, not having acknowledgement, not having the right people around you, people who just wanted to dismiss you. You were literally overlooked potentially, Libra. That's not what's happening now, okay? The Chariot does denote a Cancer, and so you might be involved with a Cancer, and you could be choosing to move toward them, okay? So let's see what else comes up. This card wanted to come out. So the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. What did we say? This is a teenager's energy, out of control. People who just sort of, this is someone who wants to get the last word, one up on you, who wants to, you know, rush in and pretend like things didn't happen or that things aren't as bad as they are, and not really taking responsibility is also what I'm feeling from this card, not taking responsibility. So for whatever reason, you guys, you're coming through very strong in the areas of communication, where previously you could have been dealing with someone who really doesn't know how to communicate at all. They could even be slightly stunted in this area because of how they address things. It's very abrupt, it's very quick, it's very feisty, combative, you know, not creating space, but rather suffocating, you know, the environment. It's very interesting the way that this is coming up, because this person is defensive. This person or persons, whoever you've been involved with or wherever you've been, it has been very difficult, okay? What I'm guessing too is that if you are communicating something, if you have communicated something, if you have voiced something very significant lately, it's maybe being misinterpreted as aggression by certain people, when actually it's a defense mechanism. You're not on the aggression side of things. You're not on the offense. You're on the defense, okay? Because this has been going on for far too long. And I think for whatever reason, Libra, your advice here is to not let this self-expression get outside the lines of sacred rage. Because it's okay to be angry, but there's a sacredness to the rage that you're supposed to be feeling. It's supposed to be acknowledged for what it truly is, and not dismissed as if you're just throwing a hissy fit, or you're jealous, or you're just wanting to make a point or prove yourself. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to prove yourself. And I think that's exactly why you're being granted new avenues now. Because it was never about making a point or showing off or getting back in a karmic kind of way. This is sacred rage. This is someone saying, look at what you've done. Look at what you've done to Libra. And don't take it lightly, because I feel a lot of heaviness. Show me what I need to see for Libra. You know, Libra, if you are moving into a conversation like this, I would just say, don't. There's nothing constructive going on here. And if someone's approaching you like this, what they're doing is really challenging how far you've come. Because you're not going to do that. You can still have rage. You can still be very angry with this person. You can still be very upset with this person, perturbed with this person because of their decision making. because of their outlandish, immature, wildly behavior. This person is just simply out of fucking control, is what I'm feeling. And again, Leo, major arcana of strength. What is true strength? It's not having to prove yourself to anyone. You don't answer to anyone. You don't answer to anyone. You certainly aren't going to give them anything that they're looking for coming at you like this, Libra. Okay. This week is potentially going to be a very clarifying week. We have the Moon and the Nine of Cups. Someone does see you as their wish fulfillment, but I think even more specifically, you've had to traverse a lot of darkness, okay, to get to where you are in such brilliancy and light. This Moon denotes secrecy, okay, subconscious, feelings, emotions, deep-rooted fears, issues, traumas. But it's also a wealth of knowledge. It's also a wealth of wisdom if you can learn to traverse this kind of darkness. And so for those Libras who are resonating with this, we do have a lot of water. Okay, we do have a lot of water coming up. It's a lot of emotions. It's a lot of past stuff. Maybe issues rooted in trauma, things that people don't know about you. You know, and I actually am getting this energy of healing on the inside and not telling anyone about it, keeping it very secret. You know, like doing this in private. And I'm also kind of getting this gravity effect. You know, with the Moon, it's like it's pulling the tides, it's pulling these results to you because you're healing on the inside. Healing is a powerful thing, Libra. And that's something the Ascended Masters know, that when you are truly healed, you don't have this heaviness of whatever the Moon and the secrets and the darkness and the lies or the deceit can actually do to you. What I'm feeling is that it doesn't have a pull on you anymore. It doesn't really have a pull on you anymore, despite what people may think, despite how it may come off. What you've done is you've initiated your own healing. You've initiated your own closure. You've initiated your own end result, which I think is your wish fulfillment. I think it's actually something that you've worked really hard for, because the Nine of Cups in this position denotes someone who has put time and energy into their craft. They've had to be very creative. They've had to be very resourceful. You know, they've had to be very humble in the process until finally this moment of just revealing everything that you've been working on. This is the moment where your ships may be coming in, Libra. But I want to clarify this Moon. I'm going to use my vice versa deck for this. Please clarify the Moon for Libra. I heard acknowledgement. Libra, some of you may actually feel acknowledged for the hardship you've had to go through. Though I don't think many actually know what that is, where you've been, what you've been up to. How could they? How could they? This is maybe your Moon, okay? As we're clarifying the Moon, this is maybe your Moon. Keeping your journey, the path that you've taken spiritually, very highly spiritual energy coming through that energy right there. The Nine of Cups and the Moon, very spiritual, talking about long-term manifestations. I'm hearing keep your eye on the prize. Please clarify the moon for Libra. Please clarify the moon for Libra. Please clarify the moon for Libra. All these cards are getting stuck. They're not coming out. They're just getting stuck. They're just hitting the very edge of the deck. The Ten of Swords and the Seven of Cups. There have been lies. There's been betrayal. Someone's backstabbed you along the way. This is exactly what we were saying, Libra. Someone sees you as their wish fulfillment, but they don't even know where to start with you. And the Nine of Cups does signify an ending that is very significant. And it shows that Libra has come full circle, which would be interesting to note that the Death card is the first one to come out. Okay, and as this vice versa deck shows, there's two sides to this story. Okay, as you were facing death, others were having a blast in the light, you know, enjoying themselves and doing whatever they do. But this is that polarity of the moon that we were talking about, because as it's come up in recent readings, the moon doesn't reflect its own light necessarily. It actually reflects the light of the sun. And so it will reflect back to the extent that the ego is shining, or to the extent that it is imbalanced. So as you went through this death process, so did your ego. As you went through this death process, so did your light. And now that this death process has finalized, as we can see, you are coming to the end of this. The clock has struck midnight, Libra. You've got fire in your eyes. There's a white horse representing clarity and purity. You've been purified. But not everyone has truly seen that, because we see the Empress with her back turned. Here she is, right? The North Star right above her, in her throne, growing and cultivating and birthing and supporting and nurturing. But here she's just simply looking at spirit. If this is involving a relationship, it's no wonder. Where has the nurturing and support been for Libra? This card is Libra Taurus energy, of Venusian energy, of love. You may feel so deep as to say love betrayed you. But I feel from these two other cards that this is actually a betrayal of one love. This is a betrayal of one love. Maybe someone was smug with you. Maybe someone was uncontrollable, unruly, ruthless with you. But this strength is different, because as the lion and her sit together with the infinity symbol above, as to say we are interconnected forever, there has to be balance and harmony here. They're both looking at that devil. It's no longer hidden. It's no longer something that is actually a secret. We see that because the Ten of Swords, the one that caught my eye before, is now in the daytime. This Ten of Swords would be typical of the traditional tarot. 10 swords in someone's back traditionally. As if to say someone has stabbed you in the back one too many times. But Libra, you've got 10 of them, at least. And now someone's looking and acknowledging that. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. It may not be the most gratifying ending. It may not be. But as the moon still stands, there's still a lot to be revealed. So this week, Libra, I would say to just give it time, see where things go. Whatever chapter this has been is absolutely ending. It's wrapping up. There needs to be communication. I mean, plain and simple. This is not a physical connection. This is not even simply an emotional one. I feel that there's a lot of pain here. I feel like there's a lot of history here. And I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication. Even deeper, maybe even misperception. Misperception of you and your efforts. Maybe this is why you feel so slighted or overlooked. Someone didn't give you the credit. Someone didn't know your worth. And that's okay. We all do that sometimes, but this is a different situation. This is really different. We have the World, Libra, overall energy on the bottom of the deck. So just to summarize, this is an entirely new chapter where things are going to be out in the open. You're going to be exposed. You're going to be vulnerable. You're going to be open with communication, open with your knowledge. And not only that, but when we see the World, it also denotes the energy of the Chariot. You can't go back. You can't go back. Once you are aware, once you've reached this point, you can't go back to not knowing what you know now. You can't close out this cycle even if you wanted to. But it's happening naturally. It's happening because you've manifested it. And so, no, it's not closed out. It will forever be a part of you. But there's a new cycle opening for you to explore. Beautiful energy. Beautiful healing energy, Libra. Some of you literally are ascending, okay? Some of you literally are ascending. You guys are in the process of ascending. You could also be going through your second awakening, okay? That's another thing that I wanted to say from that card. Second awakenings, man, they're pretty rough. Let's get going with Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. Hello and welcome. This may work for you if you have a sun, moon, rising, or Venus in the sign of Aquarius. And of course, if you're a cross-watcher, feel free to switch up or reverse the roles. We're going to get a spirit oracle for Aquarius today. Show me what I need to see for Aquarius. What spiritual messages do you have for Aquarius this week? Whoa. Expansion. Educate your mind and senses. Aquarius, this looks like a vagina. I never have seen this card before. Oh my God. Okay, expansion, educate your mind and senses. Aquarius, that is your that's your message for this week. I'm literally blushing, okay? We have yet another 7, okay? This could literally be 7 orgasms. This could literally be 7 lessons, 7 stages, 7 steps in progression. But it's emotional. It's emotional. It's feminine, as you can see, okay? So you're literally being birthed because I'm even hearing like kraken. You're cracking open something. You're, moving forcefully in a direction, okay? As you can see, there's space being created, but it's through action, okay? It's literally through action. You're being birthed into something great, okay? And I'm almost getting like this Moses type of feel, You know, like if this is emotional and if this does have to do with a relationship or a feminine essence of yours, regardless of whether you're male or female, there is some sort of divinity at work here, okay? As we see, you know, literally the parting of the Red Sea, taking Moses' staff, which is very metaphorical, and, you know, separating the waves, you know, it's like, it's emotional. It's emotional. And what it does is it channels energy. It channels your intention. Okay? It channels your intention. That's pretty deep, Aquarius. Let's see what comes up. Expansion is inevitable. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's read this first. Learning through life experiences. You've had quite a few of those smack you in the face lately, I feel like, Aquarius. You guys have been going through it, and I get it. I get it. Learning through life experiences, educate your mind and senses. Expansion is an inevitable process of the universe. The knowledge of history, sciences, mathematics, and social understanding continue to grow through the foundation of new knowledge, awareness, and experience. Human beings and human consciousness also continue to evolve and expand. It is part of the evolutionary process. So I'm getting really tripped up on my words. And it just started to rain really heavy outside. What I will say is that I kind of want to rush ahead. I want to just skip over all the gushy stuff, and I just want to like get the point across, you know? That's not the point of this card. That is not the point of this card. Clinging to old and past experiences restricts a person's ability to grow. Expanding yourself spiritually and emotionally allows you to feel a greater sense of love, compassion, and harmony. Self-realization follows these new levels of awareness as you build upon your previous knowledge and life experiences. Realize that you are always in a permanent state of learning about yourself physically and emotionally. How you interact with others and what you like or dislike are all experiences that create expansion within your spirit. More importantly, it is never too late to learn. You may have just left behind an old life, previously gone through separation or divorce, began a new job or career path, or started a family. It might seem confronting now, but don't be afraid to ask for help or advice about these matters. Support is available to you, just ask. Right now you are in the process of learning. Career goals, education, and skill-based training are a focus now. This new information is needed for the next step of your life. You may be feeling that you aren't up to the task ahead. Don't fear. Everything you need will be available to you in divine timing. It may feel like you are on the edge of not knowing what to do next. All that matters is that this is a new experience and you require more information for the journey ahead. Research your area of focus. A new level of study or education. A new level of study or education will benefit you now as you prepare and organize your future. The sacred crystal is azurite. The angel assisted is Azrael. Life transition, support, and comfort. And your affirmation is, my mind is open. I learn new information easily. I'm so sorry, you guys. I've got such a dirty mind. All right. Let's see what in your life is going on. That's pretty funny. It is pretty funny. All right. Please show me what I need to see for Aquarius. Please show me what I need to see for Aquarius. You know, Aquarius, you might actually just be trying really hard to get into someone's heart. You know, as much as this is sexual, physical, passionate, okay, a passionate pursuit of yours, it does represent some emotional aspects toward, this King of Cups comes up on the bottom of the deck, toward actually being vulnerable, creating space for the new, blocking out the things that don't work for you, cleansing yourself so that you can be more pure and on point and effective, okay, for others. All right. Please show me what I need to see for Aquarius. Do you guys hear the thunder outside? It just started. Please show me what I need to see for Aquarius. Please show me what I need to see for Aquarius. A lot of silence, you guys. The cards are not talking, okay? Ooh. Dropping like a feather. 3 of Pentacles. So what did the cards say? It said dropping outdated partnerships, leaving jobs, divorcing, sorting out finances, not constructively creating anything that isn't going to serve your future. And I think that there's maybe been an eye-opening experience about this, is the expansion energy is all about rude awakenings. It's all about this Kraken energy, just like breaking through the surface of your little bubble, okay? Your safety net, your comfort zone. This is leaving a comfort zone. You could be dropping third-party situations, cutting ties or relationships, simply refining your craft, looking toward building anew, but this may be a bit of destructive energy to begin with. Show me what I need to see for Aquarius. Very quiet energy, you guys. I feel whatever this is, and this goes back to this picture, you could be doing a lot of inner work, okay? Not really, the surface of your life may look presentable, it may look fine. You could actually have some 3D changes with this energy, like literally moving somewhere, moving out of a house, leaving situations that no longer serve you. Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You're looking at really revealing, I want to say like revelation, something that is very internal, okay, at first. Okay? Ooh. We have the Star and Judgment on the bottom of the deck. You guys, this is for one of you, maybe a few of you out there. This is like some really spiritual stuff that you're doing, okay? For some of you, you guys feel like you just got so far off track. You kind of feel like you maybe even lost the blueprint of your destiny, that you've lost your way. You're not sure how to navigate this terrain. I mean, this expansion energy was like right on point. It was just like, what do I even do next? My life is wide open. I'm broken open. My heart is broken open. I'm feeling so many things. There's so many possibilities. It can feel very bittersweet at first, okay? Because of whatever has happened, it's been a revelation. It's been a rude awakening potentially for some of you. But with this Star energy in reverse, this is, for whatever reason, where you have previously been was not going to foster growth or healing for you, okay? And if you can just take faith in that, the Star is all about having faith. The Star is all about listening to divine guidance, balancing, appropriating your own healing. But I feel like in this way, you're actually, this is a destruction so that you can do that. This is a destruction through the realization that you aren't able to do that with where you are. And I think the universe has had a hefty hand in this, okay? Judgment is kind of like, you're having to use a very ripened judgment about this. And maybe for this expansion, educating your mind and senses, this is maybe even for a relationship, as Judgment is the higher arcana of justice, which could have some legalities attached to it. It could have contracts, either soul level or physical. But it is a Lazarus effect. It is the one of second chances, Okay, so whatever this is, you guys are getting a second chance at life. You guys are getting a second chance at your life. You guys are getting a second chance at your spiritual journey. And the wisdom is coming to you. I just heard that very clearly. Wisdom will come to you. Wisdom is coming to you. But I feel like some of you are just so much in the throes right now. Yeah, the Hermit, coming out of a very dark phase, actually. Like this energy really, really just solidifies. Like you could actually feel like you are breaking out of hell. And I don't think that you could have done that without the divine's intervention. Okay, here. You couldn't have done that without this destiny that's actually revealing itself in your life. You know, it could have felt like you were enslaved or in the dark or just in the heat of whatever mess this has been for a while now. This 7, remember, 7s mean movement forward. 7s mean accelerated motion, also emotional evolution or awareness, and divine perfection. Like this may look like a complete disaster to you. You know, that's oftentimes how it feels, but in reality, Aquarius, I kind of think like this is asking you to really take a hard look at your past. You know, with the star energy, I would say that this could have to do with some childhood traumas or imbalancements within the home. Because the Hermit in reverse and the way it's looking, it's going way back. It's going way back. Okay, and maybe even past lifetimes kind of stuff. You know, karma kind of stuff. But even more simply, it's just taking a look at maybe what exact thing made you get off track. What exact thing in your past, what exact choice you made, what exact chapter began when things started to go down, okay? Did someone come into your life? You know, what kind of partnership is this? This screams partnerships and alliances. Someone that you meet and they say, hey, I have a thing that you can be doing. And, you know, then you get involved in that thing and all of a sudden, you know, you start losing track of your way. Things begin to get dark. There's an essence here of just slowly and over time, drip by drip, losing your essence, losing your power to this. Okay, and so the Hermit does tell us with the number 9 that this is coming to an end, maybe slowly, but it's coming to an end. It definitely is. There's something that you cannot not know now about yourself, internally, about a loved one, okay, that you can't ignore. But the Hermit is very specific in saying, look at your past before this chapter is closed. Really, really revel in all the mistakes that you've made. Really revel in all of the things, all of the choices that you've had, so that you can learn from them. If this is in reverse in your next chapter, that means you haven't learned from it. That means you haven't learned from it. You haven't really done the work. Okay, and maybe in essence, this is a little bit of a warning that if you don't learn, it may stick with you. You may feel lost for a little bit longer than really necessary. If you're not really honest about this, or if you're not being truthful with yourself or others, okay? Because whatever this is, it has been a burden. It has been a burden for a long time. I'm feeling a long time. And maybe you've wanted to get out. Maybe you've wanted to leave this for a while, and for whatever reason, I think it has maybe something to do with finances. You know, sharing finances, support. But in essence, you don't need it. You don't need the support. You don't need to be catered or cradled maybe through this next chapter. And I think in a lot of ways, this expansion energy is asking you to stand alone if you have to. If you have to. Show me what else I need to see for Aquarius. Okay. 8 of Wands, that's a really good sign moving forward. We have the World on the bottom of the deck. This is that expansion. This is that expansion. Can you just feel the energy now that we've shifted from the past to the future? You know, these outdated things that are just slowly wrapping up in your life, coming to a really definite and final close here, are actually opening up and cracking open a lot of other things. Where this is concerned, this is karma, passion, destiny, forward movement, accelerated motion, action being taken toward an endeavor. this actually is carrying a lot of sexuality. Okay, this actually is carrying a lot of sexuality. And you actually feel kind of like it's more enjoyable because of whatever expansion has happened in your life. It's just more enjoyable. You have a little bit more wiggle room to express yourself freely. Whatever this energy is, it does feel a little bit like claustrophobic, kind of like a little bit like a lie. Like you couldn't be your authentic self. You were hiding, compartmentalizing your persona or your character. This is the sacred fire of self-expression. Okay, and this is the world, and this is an entirely new chapter of your life where you're going to feel so much more. I don't even want to clarify that. You're just going to feel so much more. Death. So, Aquarius, this is very interesting because as we see it, these things have just kind of been like right here. Just like right here, and you haven't been able to really break out of it because there was no way to ignore it. There was no way to really let go of it or release it until now. And this is like literally that expansion. This is literally that Kraken energy of death and forward movement. Just like the knowing when things need to end, the knowing that something isn't serving you anymore, the knowing that you need to rest, recover. This can also be a card of rehab. Like leaving a situation so that you can transform. This death energy is not scary. Everyone goes through death. Everyone has to go through this challenging energy of death eventually, through many things in life. But this energy screams authenticity. Okay? Authenticity and becoming more genuine in whatever way, shape, or form that means to you. And again, with this Four of Swords, it's the card of not being able to speak your truth. Feeling silenced, overwhelmed, or insincere. And so therefore, you haven't been able to trust yourself. You haven't been able to move forward with confidence. This is what's coming to an end. Because it has to. No one can live this kind of life for very long, Aquarius. So whoever this is resonating for, crack it open. Don't be afraid of what lies beneath. Don't be afraid of what you might find at the bottom of the ocean as you part the ways. You've got to find yourself potentially. You've got to continue to evolve potentially. And I think for whoever I'm connecting with, it is hitting home about exactly what needs to happen. It's not even so much a metaphor as it is a real life situation. Parting of ways. Separating the two dynamics for good, seeing clearly through the straight and narrow, seeing clearly beyond the illusion or facade or even the polarities of what people expect of you and what you want to do. Like I kind of feel for whoever I'm connecting with, there is an essence where people have expected you. They've just, expected you to do stuff, expected you to be there. Aquarius, and I'm getting this energy like, if anyone knew how they talked to you, it would be appalling. Maybe you have experienced a bit of emotional abuse here, codependency, attachment, lethargy, just people in your life who drain you of your authentic, beautiful energy. So, Aquarius, I think we need to go in with one card. We need to go in with death. We need to go in with death. Please clarify death for Aquarius. Please clarify. Death for Aquarius. Again, death is a scorpionic energy. Okay, death, rebirth, transformation, karma. Something has been transformed irrevocably. I'm having trouble, okay, stumbling over my words a little bit, you guys. So this could be still a process of you finding your voice, finding your voice. I mean, I just kind of want to summarize it with that. Finding your voice, standing up for what you're passionate about, going for what you truly desire. Death, please. Please clarify death. Okay, I won't take all of these, you guys, but it does give me a brief description. We have the Eight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. So, you know, again, as I see it, you're looking at starting a new beginning. This could actually be foundational. It could involve home, family, finances. But what it is truly is you seeking more long-term objectives. Plain and simple. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. It's like, well, if something's not working for you, if something doesn't serve who you are becoming more authentic by, then simply it's not going to work for you. But we do have some competition. We do have some combative energies. We do have some people who are jealous or insecure, who want you to doubt yourself, who want you to think you can't, take your power away. These energies are extremely competitive, not for any reason other than just to say they won. So be very careful about the energies like this. You'll be able to see through people like this eventually, especially the higher you get in your own spirituality or the higher you get in your own ascension process. The further away you get from the actual conflict, it'll become more and more evident of their reasoning, that the things that they are really holding on to and the reasons why. Okay? So yeah, this energy has been ongoing. It's not been good. It's not been pretty. But whatever. It's petty stuff at the end of the day. The 7 of Major Arcana, again, we have the Chariot. Look at that. Chariot's already gone. The Chariot is already gone. Death process has come for you, Aquarius, in whatever way, shape, or form you want to take that. And you are headed out of town. You know? Like, I really kind of feel that a lot of energy like this is going around in the collective, regardless of whether you're an air sign or an earth sign. This is definitely talking about accelerated motion. This is the year to make those moves. This is the year to gain that traction. This is the year to know thyself even more clearly than ever before, okay, if you choose to do so. But of course, everyone has a choice. And so as you're breaking away from your past, do you see that box with the chain? It's literally like you've been unleashed. It's literally like you've been unhooked, unchained, leaving the ball and chain behind. And we have another 7. We have another 7, but look at what's on his cape. A yin and yang. You're becoming more peaceful by the day. You're becoming more sovereign, more polarized, more supported by the day. But it is emotional, okay? It is emotional because whatever is in your past, it tugs on your heartstrings. It may tug on your heartstrings. It may something that provided you some amount of comfort, you know, as the Cancerian energy and the death energy come up very watery. It's all about just comfort. It's all about just comfort. Nothing here screams desire. Nothing here screams authenticity. So I wonder if this is exactly what you have to leave. You know, your own ego fighting for a cause that you know doesn't serve you anymore. Potentially other people fighting for your cause that isn't theirs. And having a major assessment period and choosing to leave. Okay, but it's leaving the comfort zone. It's leaving the people who mooch off your energy, who use you as a table to support them. You know, a stepping stool to raise them up, to level them up. You're simply not going to be giving those good graces anymore. You can't. You can't. Otherwise, you jeopardize your own growth. And I think it's becoming that starkly clear. So the 7 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck as an overall energy. And that's really beautiful because as we have this battle or fight or conundrum, petty argument or just simple fight, you know, that went on or is going on between two people, I'm hearing choice words. You know, this could involve lies. manipulation. You don't really know to the extent that these people will go. I mean, I'm hearing like a fight to the end. This, whoever you've been involved with, it's that draining energy that we talked about. Fire energy, you guys. You're looking at the battle afterwards. You're looking at, okay, that was really damaging. That was really damaging. No one really got out of this battle unscathed, besides Aquarius. And potentially their lover. Look at that. 2 of Cups. You're going for something where you no longer have to defend yourself. You no longer have to defend yourself. It's not even a question how happy you are or, you know, your strengths. This is what is making room for the expansion in your life. There's an uprising in power within yourself. You no longer need weapons, okay? The people who you've been defending yourself toward, I really feel like need weapons, okay? They need choice words. They need to, you know, be the victim because of wherever they are in their spiritual process, if you'd even call it that, where you're dropping the defenses because you know better. You know you're stronger. There's no need to prove yourself. Again, you're being very transparent. You're being very transparent, and that's a true strength, okay? And that's what's bringing you this new compatibility, new partnership, new long-term choice, and happiness, true happiness, people who support you, people who love you for who you are, Aquarius. And look at that, we have the star. Where the star has been in reverse, it's now upright. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful, Aquarius. I love this reading. I hope you guys resonated with it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. All right. Let's see what's in for Gemini this week. I swear, I'm over it. I'm done. All right. Let's go to Gemini. Gemini, what are you guys doing this week? This may work for you if you have a sun, moon, rising, or Venus in the sign of Gemini. I need to get out of Aquarian's energy. You guys, that was really deep energy. Give me a minute to sink into yours, Gem. All right. Gemini. This will work for you if you have a sun, moon, rising, or Venus in the sign of Gemini. And of course, if you're a cross-watcher, feel free to switch up or reverse the roles, play with the storyline if you need. This is a spiritual message for Gemini. Please show me what spiritual messages are coming up for Gemini this week. Ooh, one flipped over and then went way into the deck. Astral travel, caution needed. This is a hefty one, you guys. This is a hefty one. All right, so initially, with this kind of energy, we clearly see that this person's crown chakra is alit, it's blazing, it's very open. But for whatever reason, it feels misdirected. Okay, so this energy that I'm tapping into, it feels a little misdirected, or that you don't have as much control over it as you'd like, which I can relate, all right? It's a difficult thing to learn how to control. It's a difficult thing to know how to do at first. So if some of you are maybe experiencing these out-of-body experiences, you could be coming across lots of things. I mean, the astral world is just chock full of really bizarre stuff. And so if you're not sure how to navigate it, it can cause a lot of issue. Okay, surrounding your own energy field, things can follow you back. You could get kind of clingy, dark energy. If you're not aware, you know, that you're coming across it, or that you're leaving yourself open or vulnerable. When you leave your body, you do essentially leave your body vulnerable, okay, to negative forces. And so it's important to know the proper protection with this energy. Yeah. Number 3 too, which is spirit guided, okay? Talking to you spiritually, very highly spiritual card. And it may have to do with your mission, okay? Caution needed. Observe your surroundings, Gemini. Astral travel can be described as a willful out-of-body experience, allowing a person to observe their physical surroundings. Entering the gateway to the astral plane or astral realm with intention is a careful practice that must be aligned with intention, clarity, and soulful purpose. A sacred portal to hidden realms, accessing the astral body allows you to travel and experience different realms of consciousness and universal experiences. Clairvoyance, psychic abilities, and spirit communication all require astral realm connections. The Akashic records will exist within this realm and are guided by sacred light keepers. With any astral travel, it is recommended to have a travel buddy with you, such as an ascended master or archangel for added spiritual safety. Primarily, an astral experience allows individuals to be an observer, a witness to surroundings such as environments, past events, people, and our own forgotten experiences, including those long before our physical sense of visual or memory recall. Returning from an astral experience can leave everlasting impressions in our waking life, or it can leave you physically out of balance. While the soul is still tethered to the body via an invisible energetic silver cord, anchoring the soul back into your physical body often requires a physical reset through spiritual or holistic practices. Astral information and experiences are affected by fear-based thoughts and energy frequencies. Keep your vibration high and alert your senses to any unwanted energetic connection that can influence you in a negative or spiritual abusive way. Right now, you are being asked to keep your spiritual radio tuned to listen for unwanted interference. Observe your surroundings and be aware of manipulation by others through psychic energy, speech, and planned social meetings. Caution is required in all areas of communication. Keep sensitive information confidential. It's funny that this would say, observe your surroundings and be aware of manipulation by others through psychic energy, speech, and planned social meetings. Caution is required in all areas of communication. Keep sensitive information confidential. The Archangel Michael is the archangel you should call upon for spiritual protection and safe travel. The affirmation is, I am divinely protected. My soul is safe to explore my path with ease and grace. You guys, I don't personally mess with astral travel. I have had experiences that I have firsthand come across a lot of the negative energies that spoke of. It can be very useful if you have a buddy that is with you, if you have protection, and if you're very aware and high vibrational. All those things tend to have to be in alignment to have a good experience in the astral. But what I would say also is that the astral is a very highly spiritual and emotional realm that it's extremely difficult to keep secrets in. It's extremely difficult to keep your guard up in. So if you guys are having secret meetings, if you guys are discussing things in the astral, know that those things trickle down into the physical pretty quickly. Let's see what I've got going on for Gemini. Show me what I need to see for Gemini. Show me what I need to see for Gemini. Show me what I need to see for Gemini. Now, this could be just for a few of you. It won't resonate with everyone, you guys. And sometimes I will say that for a larger portion of the collective of Geminis, you could actually be traveling astrally and not even really be aware of it. Okay, so that's something that we all do. We all actually leave our body, especially at first when you're trying to control it. You'll just pop in and out. You won't even know. You won't really even know how to control that aspect potentially. All right. So we have the devil. Ironic that this would come out, you guys, because this astral travel is a warning. It's a warning that you're in from the sensitive content is not safe for the astral realm. It is not safe for the astral realm. There's a lot of things that go on in the astral, and there's a lot of manipulation in the astral. The devil energy is manipulation. The devil energy is lies, deceit, betrayal, and even more specifically, illusion and obsession. I would be very careful for you guys, as this is the very first card to come out. If any of you are traveling unsafely or conspiring in the astral, someone knows. And look at that. We have the Two of Cups, partnerships, the Five of Swords, someone wanting to have the last word, and the Eight of Wands, accelerated motion, action moving forward. I would say that some of you, the secret's out. Whatever you're planning, whatever you're plotting, whatever is going on in your life, whatever kind of secrets that you're hoping will remain so, they're actually not so secret. They're actually not so trustworthy. The people, especially who you are involved with. The devil energy is the Capricornian energy. It's someone who, I'm hearing meeting place. So someone who you may actually have a meeting place with is not a safe place. Okay, so that's just for some of you. But let's look at this. The Two of Cups in reverse, that means someone's out to gain information. Okay, and if this is a Capricorn energy, that would make sense. Because there's been a lot of messages, okay, very recently about Capricorn's involvement in things. So they're out to, they want to gain access, you know, to you potentially, to your spirituality, to your emotions. Again, this is sort of clingy, conniving energy. But I feel a conspiring energy from this. The Five of Swords would suggest that this is a time-wasting sort of energy. Somebody who has sort of empty attempts or empty intentions, right? They don't plan on really following through, appreciating this connection, handling it with care. This could have been a love of yours from the past. But I would say that this is the manipulation that we're talking about. They're taking your information and they're potentially going to use it against you. And I don't want to scare you guys, Gem. This may only apply for very few of you. Okay, this may only apply for very few of you guys. But be very careful because that sensitive content, it's going to come out. And I'm even hearing backfire. Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Gemini. Who you think you can trust in this situation, you actually can't. Who you think you can trust in this situation, you actually can't. And I don't know what exactly is going on, but I would say that if you're involved in this situation, you should take an exit sooner than later. The Empress. Libran Tauran energy of the major arcana. This is beautiful. We have 2 threes here. Spirit guided, spirit protected, and the polar opposite energy of this. The Empress is much stronger. She actually comes third in the line of the major arcana, where the devil is but a 15. I think the Empress takes precedence here, and it's asking you to ground your energy from the falsity, from the unreality, and protect yourself from illusions, from manipulation. And I'm also hearing come home. Come home. Come home back to earth. Come home, ground yourself. Start planting seeds, start growing things in your physical 3D life. The Empress is all about abundance. The Emperor, whoa. The Empress is all about planting seeds, growing things, nurturing things, loving things. She is full, she is prosperous, she is kind, she is easygoing, she's peaceful, and she's fertile. This is the mother energy. She's actually pregnant. And so there's something that's wanting to be birthed into reality. There's something that wants to be a very physical and tangible reality for you, and you're not going to achieve it this way. And I'm hearing she knows. The Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. We have a lot of earth all of a sudden. There is no loophole here. There is no way to gain what you actually want through taking the shortcut. The Queen of Pentacles is the multitasker. She is the worldly woman. She is the woman who has gained a wealth of knowledge, not from reading books, but from experience. And I think we need to clarify for you guys. Please clarify the Empress for Gemini. And we're actually going to clarify the Five of Swords too. Oh, yes. Please clarify the Empress for Gemini. The Empress is the divine feminine. Please clarify the Empress for Gemini. Hearing losing out. Losing out on an opportunity. Whew. This Five of Wands, it's been showing up, you guys. It's talking about that competition. The Empress, I don't know if there's really competition for the Empress. Not in truth. She's not running. She's not hiding. She's not even really defending herself. What I'm hearing with this Five of Wands is lost cause. And you have to be careful with people like this, you guys, because if you guys are operating on this level, or if you know someone who is, they are a lost cause. All they want is to redeem their self-esteem and their egos. But look at what the Empress has up her sleeve. Eight of Wands. Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Cups. Now let's take a look at this energy. Divine protection, divinely guided action, balance, harmony, and also a hell of a lot of change. I think once you know whatever people are up to, Empress, there won't actually be a competition at all. Because the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups screams a new beginning in love. Or at the very least, an understanding in it. Understanding exactly who you're dealing with. Understanding exactly what's up here. We do have the Wheel of Fortune being that of Sagittarius. We have two Sagittarius cards here. Someone wanting to take action to get even. Someone feels like something was stolen from them. But this is what's the illusion here. Someone may have felt really embarrassed. And they're working with someone who has experience in these fields. But what this person doesn't know is that there was no wrongdoing done by the Empress. And the Empress has spirit on their side, not the other way around. The Wheel of Fortune has already been turned. And I'm also hearing there's no going back. So whatever they feel that they can reclaim, plot or plan, this is an empty attempt. And it's getting pretty pathetic. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. What do you know? Secrets, cover-ups, lies, betrayal, deceit, something being planned or plotted, the way ahead not being clear. And I feel like this person, whoever you're dealing with currently, they're seeing themselves within the reflection of the Moon. They're seeing themselves, or they are being guided to really look at themselves in this way. Okay? Let's take a look at this Five of Swords. Five of Swords, please. Five of Swords, please, for Gemini. We went a little over time, you guys. This person is mad because someone chose to leave a toxic situation. It wasn't actually a battle or a fight, as this person perceives it to be. This person chose this. They chose to leave. They chose to move forward in this way, or they are actively choosing to do so. This is a pointless game. It's a waste of time. Because as I see it, someone has already ended whatever partnership, relationship wasn't working out to begin with. And so the Fool is the Arian energy, Aquarian energy of moving forward into a new beginning. And even further, toward their Ten of Pentacles. So, Gemini, you could be involved with someone, a fire sign, Sagittarius coming through very strongly. Very strongly. We actually have both Sagittarian major arcana on the deck, not to mention 2 of the 8 of Wands energy. Okay? This is screaming fire action. I'm even feeling a slight revenge energy, but even more so, someone wanting to validate themselves, okay? So that's the sort of energy that's coming through with that fire action, which I would be very careful about because, again, this is the Aries, Aquarian energy of making movement and closing out old cycles. This doesn't seem forced. It doesn't seem like they even feel very obligated. It's a simple choice at the end of the day to move forward and to close out cycles and to get rid of the baggage. I feel that whoever this is a really good opportunity for them to actually make growth, make change. Again, with this new beginning, this Ten of Pentacles, it's not something that's given, it's deserved. And I think this person knows that, and that's why they're sacrificing their comfort. That's why they're sacrificing, the comfort of the devil. It is literally, lying in the devil's bed is only comfortable until ignorance is no longer bliss. And I think that they've maybe been ignorant about some things or whatever. They're wanting some personal growth, and that just happens, and that's okay, and that's that person's choice. The Ten of Pentacles is not given, it's deserved, and that's what comes with this sacrifice. That's what will come from this sacrifice. So again, defending a love that has been lost, I just feel like you guys need to be very careful. You need to be very careful, okay, about who you work with, who you talk with in confidence. It's not so confident after all. Okay, Gem, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.